welcome back to Jordan's Everyday DIY. Hey, today I want to do a video focusing primarily on a jig that I made for my bandsaw. When I started getting into making guitars, I built most all my jigs on my first guitar, so I don't have an instructional video necessarily on how I made the jig, but I can walk you through and show you the jig. It's pretty basic. So after my first guitar, I decided I wanted to cut all my own sides and backs and soundboards myself. I have access to a really nice mill here in Michigan in Highland called Armstrong Millworks, and they have some beautiful exotic woods you can go there and get. I buy chunks of it and slice everything off myself, put it through thickness sanders and book match and so forth. So I wanted to get a saw that I could do all that myself. So I purchased this saw, but obviously to do all that, you need a method or a mechanism to hold the wood very parallel to that blade so that it's not wandering and you get a nice straight cut. I've seen some pieces of equipment, very high-end pieces of equipment that have like a mechanical mechanism with a roller that, you know, moves in, hydraulically moves in and out, and, you know, you can preset it to thicknesses and things. Obviously this saw doesn't have that, nor can I afford that. So this saw comes with a 6-inch fence. It has adjustability up to 14 inches, I think, of thickness I can cut. Obviously not with this blade. So this adjusts all up. So I can get this 6-inch fence in here pretty darn tight and cut a pretty tight piece of wood. Let me just see if I can get you in there and show you that. So right now, that's at about 1/8 of an inch slice I could take. But I needed something on this side that would hold that wood nice and tight against this fence. So back this up again. So what I came up with is this particular jig here. Show you the front of it. So this happens to be off of a bike trainer. It has very heavy duty ball bearing rollers in it, so it rolls very smoothly. It's a plastic rubber finish, so it grips but not too much, if you know what I mean. And then I put a couple simple roller rubber casters, fixed casters on the other side. And basically the way I set this up is the blade is right about in this position here in between the two. So this piece holds the piece of wood nice and flat against the fence as it goes in. These two just help it from wandering on the back side. What I do is get this set up in the orientation that I need for the thickness of the piece of wood that I'm going to cut. And then all I do is clamp this to the body of the saw, or the table of the saw. Just took some time, obviously, in making sure that everything was square, all nice 90-degree cuts. You know, put a square on everything, shim things, and so forth to make sure that this is perfectly straight with the fence. So that's kind of how I'm able to cut the backs and sides on my guitars. Not sure if there's anything else to say on that, but it seems to work fairly well. I've cut a number of them, book matched a few of them. I'll show some pictures here in this video. Hopefully while I'm talking here, I'll put some pictures in there of some pieces that I've cut and a couple of the guitars I got going right now. So that's how I do it, and it works very well. So hopefully that helps you. If you're looking into making something like this, you may not have the bike roller or something, but I think something along those lines that's very flat, fairly stable from the bearing standpoint is what you're going to want to hold the piece of wood nice and tight. So until next time, stay blessed.